timer control register or TCON. So here again it is divided into two parts. This is for interrupts and this is for timers. Again this is divided into two parts for TF0 and TR0, that is for timer 0, and this is for timer 1, TF1 and TR1. So as said earlier, this TR bit is responsible for starting or stopping the timer. If this is 1, if TR0 for timer counter 0, TR0 is for timer and counter 0, TR1 is for the 1. If TR bit equals to 1, the timer starts, and if it is 0, then the timer stops. So this TR bit controls the start and stop, and TF0 is the flag register for respective timers. And this register is a bit addressable register, that is, instead of writing suppose set B TR1, we can also write set B tick on point 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can also write set B tick on point 6. Now TF bit, the timer flag bit, 0 is for timer 0 and 1 is for 1. Initially both are cleared, this and this bit both are 0. When THTL roll over from FFF to 000, the TF becomes 1. In case of polling mode, check for TF to become 1. In case of interrupt mode, TF is 1. When TF is 1, it will activate the ISR mode. So, as said earlier, this is a count up timer. Suppose we are in the timer 0, we are having FF F6H. Now TH is having FF, this is having F6, and it will count up. So from F6 it will be F7, F8 and till FF. When THTL, TL0, TH0 and TL0 is FFFF, and the next it will roll over, means after it will increase by 1, for which it will become all zeros. This is known as rollover, and when it rollovers, the TF bit will become 1, since we were talking about 0 timer. So here TF0 will become 1, the flag will become set. And we have here two modes for timer in which we can use it. For polling mode, which is the software mode, here it will check the TF to become 1, means we have to check whenever the TF is 1, we will stop the timer because it has rolled over. And in interrupt mode, that is the hardware mode, when TF is equal to 1, that is rollover has occurred, we will move to the ISR or the interrupt service subroutine so that it can execute it. Let us see some of the instructions for timer control register. Here, as said, this is a bit addressable register. So suppose set BTR0, I want to make this bit as 1, then I can also write set B ticon dot 4, because this is from right hand side 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Similarly, the other statements, if I want to clear it or make it 0, I can write CLR TR0 or CLR ticon dot 4, fourth bit of the register ticon. Similarly, the flags, and for timer 1, please consider the bit addresses properly. Next, timers clock frequency. 8051 timers use 1/12 of external frequency regardless of machine cycle times. Suppose we are given the frequency of extal, we just have to divide it by 12 so that we will get the frequency of 8051 timers. For example, crystal frequency is given as 12 MHz, then the timer clock frequency for 8051 will be 12 divided by 12 or 1 MHz, and time period is the reciprocal of frequency, that is 1 microseconds. Then frequency, crystal frequency is 16. Dividing it by 12, we got this much value for frequency of the timer, and then the reciprocal of it is the time period, that is 0.5 microseconds. The crystal frequency is this much. So 11.0592 megahertz is the extal frequency which we will normally consider. Then the timer clock frequency is dividing it by 12, so this is the frequency of the timer, and hence its time period will be 1.805 microseconds. We have to remember these two values for programming or finding the delay programs.